If there's one thing I hope for us this year, it's that we know that there is nothing we have to do and there's nothing we're not allowed to do. We need rules to survive, right? And sometimes though, we accidentally create rules that are suffocating us. As an example, my husband and I are getting ready to do a big cross-country move, probably in April, back to the general area that we're from, the Northeast. And for months, we both had sort of fallen into this pattern of thinking we needed to buy a house. And all of a sudden, we were really wrapped up and quite stressed of all of the pressure that comes with buying a house. And then a friend said to me when I was spiraling about this, "You don't need to buy a house yet." And hearing it out of her mouth reminded me, yeah, I don't need to buy a house yet. Even if we literally could buy the house, we don't need to yet. How did I start? How did I get there? I know exactly how I got there. My brain is like, well, if you're moving back, if you're making this big life decision to go across the country, to go back to your hometown, then you're settling down and you need to buy the house and blah, blah, blah. And no, we don't need to, so we're not. We're gonna rent again. It's one little example, but my brain definitely does that in other things, with work and with relationships. Like, I have to do this certain thing. And if I don't ever stop to question it, how many things am I gonna find myself that I'm doing that I don't really have to do? The stuff you're not allowed to do. The example that comes to mind is with work. I started my content creator journey about 2.5 years ago, and pretty quickly after I started to tell myself that I wasn't allowed to do certain things. I told myself some things about the success I was allowed to have, or like, you know, you can only do X type of thing, but you'll never make money. So you just have to get used to not making money. And what if you could have a lot of the things that you want? You know, I know why I said I wasn't allowed to do certain things. It's because I was trying to protect myself. I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to feel rejected. And you might be doing some of that too in your life. There are certain things that you've told yourself you're not allowed to do. Why are you telling yourself that? Of course, we all have responsibilities. Of course, there are some things you must do, and of course, there are probably some things you can't do. Sit with me now and understand the types of things I'm talking about, because you know them. You know that you're probably making excuses. Sometimes we use these, I'm allowed to do this and I'm not allowed to do that, to make excuses for ourselves, to keep ourselves small. But I really wish... I wish this year is that we allow ourselves to be as big and expansive and take up as much space as we were meant to, okay? And sometimes that means pulling back, as in I'm not buying a house as soon as we move. And sometimes it means setting yourself free, which I'm also doing. Just something to noodle on.